Hi, and welcome to the first episode of the YarnHabitGeek podcast. My name is Laura, and I'm a knitter and crocheter from Toronto, Ontario. You can find me on social media on Facebook, Instagram, and Ravelry under YarnHabitGeek. So let's just dive right on to what I have. Current whips. I have a lot of current whips. But right now, I'm only going to show just a bit on what I am currently working on. I just started working on one of many Jughead hats I've been knitting from the show Riverdale. And I actually have, well, you'll see in my finished objects section some of the finished ones I've done. But I just started this like an hour ago before starting the podcast. Alright, and next up is working on a Slytherin ride sock set for one of my friends. And I'm using the Cascade Heritage in Pine and Sweet Georgia yarn in the Laurel. And this is, and I also have a finish. I also finished this one first before, obviously, this one. And another thing I'm working for, actually, most of what I'm working on are just actual commissions. And I'm actually currently working on, these are another whip I have, which is going to be a longer project, is the Ron Weasley blanket. I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares done. And next up for whips, I finished the other one, and this is the second one. It's Dalek themed fingerless gloves. So I'm still working on it. Then, as you can tell, I'm a little nervous. First podcast, and that's currently what I have to show for whips that I'm currently working on. And now for some finished objects. We have, this is a part of a set I'm doing, but the hat is finished. It's from the Amazing Spider-Man 2, from the scene in which you see Spider-Man sick and in the convenience store getting stuff. And as I mentioned before in the whip section, I'm working on Jughead hats. I actually have 3 finished ones with me right now. So this is the adult one. I actually remembered the pattern from the book Dominatrix, which I will be posting in the notes. And I've also done a little baby size. Now, this is actually an old finished object of mine. It was actually my second finished object. It's my 7th Doctor Jumper vest. Because Doctor Who was the reason I got into knitting. And mind you, I still need to put in pocket linings, but all the knitting was completed. Then that's currently it for finished objects. And now I'm gonna go on to some yarn stash additions. We have Stitching and Lace in the colorway Pressed Flowers. It is very... I just had to have it just because the colors were amazing. And I picked this up at the Purple Pearl. And next up we have Hedgehog Fibers sock yarn in Fool's Gold. Like, this has been on my wish list of yarn on my personal Facebook that just kept popping up, and I just had to have it. And the fact that I was finally able to pick up one in person, which was so super great. But that's currently what I got for this week, because this weekend is the Toronto Knitters Frolic, which I am finally able to go to, and it's actually a very quick transit ride for me. Now I'm also on to the next section. Now this section probably won't happen that much because I am test dyeing some stuff I want to make. Like this colorway I made it because it did not exist for something I was making. And I'm just realizing this is going to be the shortest podcast episode right now because I'm nervous. But this is my own colorway, which I'm calling Make It Blue, No Make It Pink. Based on Aurora's dress in the Disney Sleeping Beauty, the animated. Obviously not the live action Maleficent one. Yeah, it was actually very hard for me to find any type of yarn in this type of coloring. So I figured I might as well try dyeing yarn, and it's actually really nice. This is technically my second dye of this in the sock yarn. The first dye I did was for worsted weight for another project I'm doing. But I'm actually going to be hopefully make more of this and set up an Etsy. Because, mind you, I also have some other colors I'm going to be testing. Like, I've got one in mind from Mary Poppins that I'm gonna try and do. So, yeah, quick episode because, first episode for me, and I am a little nervous because first episode, I will be back next week, and next week after the Knitters Frolic on Wednesday. And I'm also going to be setting up a Ravelry group for this podcast if you wish to join. And well, that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and thank you for taking time and for watching my first episode. And hopefully next episode I will have more time to do stuff, because there are other things happening around, so I have to make this a little short. Specifically, I have a cat that's wanting to come in, and I have to keep the cat out while I'm filming, because the cat likes to chew the yarn. So, thank you for watching, and stay crafty!